The race for Mbappe continues with the price set at around 130 million euros, which I think is like 120 million pounds.
How much?
How much have you got in your wallet? Whoa, lunch on you, big spender?
$6.
I have $6. All right, well, you trade me. If I'm Arsene Wenger,
here you go.
That's how much I'm probably trying to offer.
You're not going to give that back.
Arsene Wenger remains pretty confident that he can lure Mbappe to Arsenal. Now, that French connection might go a long way.
Oh, they're French.
But there also happens to be another Frenchman who's sought after him, and that's Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah, they're not really as French names as.
They're not as French as Kaminsky.
Not nearly as French.
You have to refer to a previous clip on the NBA to really get in with that joke, but it is worth checking out. It's a great joke.
I'm just saying.
Mbappe's been sought after. Liverpool's 100 million bid, I believe, rejected. So that already is a humongous amount of money. And it comes to the point now that I'm not even going to make the point to argue that no one is worth that amount of money. I tried it last year with Pogba, and everyone was just like, "No, you better."
It's actually a very good representation. Can't this fall into the category of this is what it costs for future talent?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
you have it, who cares?
Just because teams can spend it, it doesn't mean someone's worth it. That was my point last year.
But that's still a valid point.
That's what I just can't be bothered reiterating it because you're going to get hit back with people like what I say is it's just such a we're so misaligned with how much we're willing to spend on potential prospects when how much there is current players going for Zilcho, like 5 million for Dani Alves, a guy that destroyed Monaco, destroyed that team that Mbappe played on.
So another example, how much was Sadio Mane last year?
30 to 40. I'm not going to guarantee. It was in 30 to 40 million, and we were wrong, by the way.
We were critical of that price, but like that was the result, and it kind of justified how much it cost. But that's still being slightly overpaid.
Yeah.
How much was Conte?
He was only 30 million, and that was a steal for him.
Okay, 30 million for Conte is like, oh,
so,
that's not bad.
and that's what, and I get it. It's a sign of the times, to quote Harry Styles. Never thought that was going to happen on the clip, but either way, yeah, because we're now spending
credit for that one. Okay.
We're now spending more money on players. Teams are making more money, and more investors are coming in. So teams, in order to compete with all this money that's involved, like Monaco are sitting there thinking, well, we'll just let them hash it out. PSG have all the money in the world. Man City have all the money in the world. When in the past we would just try to negotiate for a 60 or 70 million. But in the past, I mean like 5 years ago. Now you're thinking, all right, let's just see how high they'll go. And for a prospect like this, who by the way is so talented, there's no denying that. Scoring in consecutive Champions League games, proving it at every single level against big name teams. He's definitely a prospect that teams should be buying. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's worth that amount of money. I'm just saying he's worth the effort at least. So I think that Arsenal are right now juggling the idea of going for Mbappe whilst also weighing up a £44 million bid for Lacazette, the player that they've been trying to get for 19 years.
Is he the John Stones of Arsenal?
That's just every single year. It's like, oh yeah, Lacazette, Benzema, the French connection is going to form up top.
I think we have Benzema's been going to Arsenal for as long as I've been here. Benzema's supposed to go to Arsenal. I think we have a Lacazette tweet. That's right. That's Lyon striker that they're in talks with. And Mbappe, it was at 133 million. Corey, does it say 133 million?
135 million euros.
135 million what though?
That's euros.
Euros. How many dollars is that?
That's
how much? It's more. It's always more.
Yeah, it is. It's more. Our pounds and euros are worth more to the dollar. I'd say that's around 120 million. So I'd say you're not far. Maybe 145. I'm going to just check my currency evaluation and just give myself a big round pat on the back whilst Jason takes you bold onto the next.
I want to read Alexis Sanchez's quote. Alexis Sanchez, when asked if he will be joining Bayern Munich, no. A man of many words. The Chilean striker who, or I should say winger, who I think found the back of the goal in his match recently.
Yes.
What is that, the Confederations Cup that's going on? People have been asking us. I don't know what the hell is going on. Sorry. People have been, are you right?
Me, but both myself and Zach were close, 151 million.
151 million, which is funny because if you put in how much I could offer, which is $6 US, remember?
It's like 4.
I can give him 5.36 euros if anybody's interested. And there's no extra million at the end of that. It's an actual 5.36.
You know that's still coins when it comes to euros, right?
Oh,
just saying.
Take my
also,
change.
I thought it was cool. I read the other day, Alexis Sanchez has Alexi on the back of his jersey because he grew up without his dad, and he didn't want to give him the credit of having his last name on his jersey.
Wow.
Good for him.
A lot of people said, why didn't you just put your mom's name on the jersey? His mom's maiden name was also Sanchez.
Oh.
That's actually really interesting. Jacory, how did you find that? And also, what a great tidbit. I think we need to make a segment now of just insane facts coming from Jacory. Like, we talked about it before, but I think when it comes from Jacory, it's even better, where like, you need to just, maybe we give him the rundown a little bit sooner and he just comes out with an insane fact that we've never heard of.
What are you talking about? Jacory comes over to my desk, he's about an hour and a half before, he goes, "What's up, what are we doing today?" Sometimes he karate chops the wrong person who looks like Jason. That happens in the studio too. Because I guess we all look alike when we're wearing black t-shirts and black hats, so.
Jacory made a very dark suggestion, which has some dark tendencies to it, that we need to number our interns. And I didn't realize he meant like actual jersey numbers. I thought he just meant like drawing a number on the back of their head.
15,
like
get over here!
No, dress, jerseys, tattoos.
I said 17 to get coffee, not 15. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I have another fun fact about Sanchez for Jason. Not Polish.
Not Polish. But is he French?
I'll have to look into that.
He could be French.
But to get back onto Alexis Sanchez, by the way, that no will be a resounding no for all teams if they happen to get either a Lacazette or an Mbappe. If they don't get, I don't know what's going on with Alexis Sanchez. I just know that if Arsenal fall flat in trying to sign a big name to join the likes of him, then he's going to be thinking to himself, what am I doing to strengthen next year? No Champions League football, struggling to build a team moving forward.
I think
what do we
if
do?
they sign Mbappe, I think you can look at Arsene Wenger and you think like, man, there was a really troubled waters for 7-ish years in between of second, third place finishes, those kind of things, and Champions League knockouts to Bayern Munich. You get Mbappe and he leaves you with that in a year or two when he's gone. People will be like, no, it was fine. We got Mbappe out of the deal. He was not the next coming of Thierry Henry, but the potential for Mbappe is being the
and I think that's
to the Invincibles.
I can just imagine Wenger just turns up with like a slideshow of Henry, and he goes, and this is Thierry Henry with before he came to Arsenal. And this is Thierry Henry when he came to Arsenal, and he just has all these goals and all these accolades. This is what could be you. Be the next Thierry Henry.
He goes,
not a bad selling point.
If you mess up, I'll blame the ref.
But the thing is, right, so in amongst my criticisms, just want to take you home with this. In amongst my criticisms of Arsene Wenger, I've never denied that the guy knows talent, right? It's just whether or not he was willing to buy big for the talent. He doesn't do that enough, but when he does spend, it was on Ozil and Sanchez, good signings. But you need to look back at the years of all the Premier League players that have been consistent and dominant that he has sought out and developed. Cesc Fabregas was a huge signing that he managed to get. Yes, Fabregas had passed at Barcelona, but Wenger's seen his talent and was able to convert that. He's got an eye for French players. We know that. Gaël Clichy, Bakary Sagna, Robert Perez, Thierry Henry. Now, I'm not saying he found these guys, but he helps them reach their potential. He knows talent when he sees it, and he knows how to develop them. So he's always got that part of him. That's good. This is why I'm not laughing at his prospect of signing Mbappe. I'm laughing at the idea of him choosing Arsenal over Real Madrid just based on what he wants to do. But as far as Arsene Wenger, like, you need to realize this guy is a hero to French internationals as well. Like, he took over a team in England that were often playing second string to the likes of Manchester United, and he dominated for those seasons that he had the Invincibles. And they were all French. Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, like, there were so many French guys there.
Yeah, Frank Kaminsky was there too. But did they lose?
No, they never lost that season. That's why they're Invincibles. And then there's another Invincibles that came forward in the year of 2016, and that is the Glasgow Celtic.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
Players in the comments below.
Podiatrists in Glasgow and Edinburgh.
He would be dominant.
They're playing your doctors and your lawyers and your firefighters.
Who are?
That's what's the competition in the Scottish Premier League.
That's so bad.